The worry. Jam Gaming have been so consistent. I think Jam Gaming could just take this. But we're out to find out. We're into the grand finals now for the Throwdown Season 3 champion.
And it is a fast start going straight into...
yeah.
Yeah. Pale Horse is already suffering. Jam has spent these last hours watching the games and prepping what exactly they're going to do. Exactly
right. They are fresh right now. Express starting it off. Shady following through. The first goal, that is going to be the heart of the series right here and show us who means business. Monty Connor looking for the center. He follows it through himself. Nicely done from Express. That'll be number one.
That was so confident. You could see him go into the goals, getting ready for this pass play. It was so telegraphed. He was waiting seconds for it.
They thought Monty Connor was going to take the shot himself, but our champions of play, player spotlight, man Express, shows us why he's up there.
All parts of his cards is completely made for shot making.
The Pale Horse are going to be trembling after that goal, but here's their opportunity as on the orange side, they have a shot, equalize, and that's consistency.
Kami showcasing that they can live up to the pressure and the speed that Jam Gaming can deliver. And with a three-man pass play, there is no way that Jam was going to save that.
We saw that shady bump there. That actually directed the ball into the corner. I love that Pale Horse, after getting bumped away, they make so good of that play.
Well, they're so fast, and they're adaptive, which is the huge thing that they have over the other teams. I think it is a consequence of having two subs.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Pale Horse being adaptive. That's what they're going to need to do against Jam Gaming. That's a great bump from Kia. He doesn't follow the ball up. Instead, he lets it bounce. Leaves it for the rest of Pale Horse, who are now into the defensive mode. Jam Gaming setting up for this goal. Shady off the backboard. Brings it back to Express, but they just leave it. They're going to try and time it with Kami, who misses the second touch. Kia will get the demo, but the ball's already sent down.
Big plays coming out from Jam. They're really starting to slow the game down and getting a measure of Pale Horse's pace.
Jam will continue in their defense. Pale Horse setting up for another shot. It's neck and neck, 1-1. In the grand final, game one has been a high-scoring game so far. Express, he might actually just leave the goal open. Shady, luckily, was still there. Back in force, it's Monty Connor on the right wing. He gets demoed again. A lot of demolitions coming from Pale Horse eSports. It will mean that Jam Gaming cannot continue the force, but they have another shot anyway. It doesn't go direct, it goes into the corner.
Well, that's how we did see Pale Horse beat BFC in league play, was using these demos to break up the rotations of the more coordinated team. And it seems they're following it straight through to Jam.
Here we go, the dribble doesn't come into fruition as Jam Gaming lose control of the ball once again. Possession goes back to Pale Horse, but Express comes in off the roof. The ball bounces down. We're looking very close to this goal square. Kami dodges away from that bump. Jam Gaming having another shot, trying to get it into the corner. It actually goes to the side wall, and we're playing out of the corner once again. Pale Horse need a really big clear here because Jam Gaming, their dribbling is working out for them.
It is, but it doesn't matter because Jam Gaming is such a good rotational team that they, as soon as it turns around, are back on their side of the pitch.
Pale Horse definitely the underdogs in this story, but Jules proving us all wrong as he goes for the Devo, the double tap, the double touch into goal. Kia trying to get a demo, trying to open it on wide. Monty Connor does exactly that. There's been a lot of explosions in this game so far. Kia around this wing, playing it for himself, setting it up very close. Pale Horse still going for the style points.
Great idea, using one player as bait to try draw out the defense. Doesn't quite get the final touch, but it would have executed perfectly, allowing them to get that lead on Jam.
Monty Connor playing off the backboard. Kami jumps up in the midfield, has a second touch, so the ball doesn't go anywhere. Monty Connor trying to slip it on through. Did the old whoopsie daisy. Jules back as a response. It's okay for Pale Horse. A minute 30, we have not seen this equalizer turn into a deciding goal.
Well, that's the big thing. It's so close in the midfield with Monty Connor having to fight out with Pale Horse. He's not being able to do his stereotypical thing because all of them are so aggressive.
And the aggression is paying off for them in kind of parts here. 1:10. You've got a clock that is counting down. That's what clocks do, ladies and gentlemen. Jules, very nice. The power play is his own. He rotates it around, leaves it for Kia. Not sure what's going on, but it could have just set up Jam. Big mistake from Pale Horse. They can't play like that.
Well, that's the thing. Jam are so good at playing methodically and slow that if you give them the opportunity to scheme and plan, they are in your head and they are taking those goals.
That wall pass set up Express, a minute remaining, and Jam Gaming, there's an opening, they took it, it was well placed.
Well, that's the big thing, right? Not many players can out-mechanically beat Express. So if you give him the time to get the angle and positioning he needs, he wins.
Jam Gaming up a goal with 50 seconds remaining. Jules being very, very aggressive. The offense is not stopping now from Pale Horse. They lose possession of the ball. It gets cleared on over. Kami waiting for the bounce. He's going to drive on up the wall, play it around the backboard, leave it for Kia. He gets pinched between the two and starts heading into that goal.
Almost looked like a coordinated play. I would love to see them master the two-person air pinch for a goal.
But very hard mechanic to maneuver. Express to roll it through the follow-up. One final touch. Not going to go in, but Jam getting these close shots means that Pale Horse have one more chance. They have one more opportunity. We don't even need to talk about Mum Spaghetti because around this corner, Pale Horse setting it up. Great dodge from Express. That demo could have meant the world to Pale Horse eSports. Playing it slow, Shady steals away the ball. And with 1 second remaining, this ball is down Pale Horse's side. It's going to have to hit the ground eventually. And it does. Jam Gaming, game one.
That was a tight game one, Hysterics. Most of the games we've seen have been straight out the gate. One team taking the lead, but both of these teams are keeping it tight and maybe not super clean. Bit of bullying.
And I mean, Pale Horse, they did get that goal. They did start off really nice, equalizing, but Jam Gaming, that one mistake coming through from, I believe, Jules and Kia. Leaving the ball, pinching it between the two, opened up for Jam Gaming. You cannot do that against Jam Gaming, who is such a consistent roster.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as Express has the opportunity, he comes forward and he just makes your life hell.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So what do? You got to tighten up your plays. Consistency needs to be key here from Pale Horse, because when they are consistent, we think they can take it. We think they can definitely take it against Jam Gaming because they're a very strong roster, but they need to get to that level first.
Well, that's the big thing. They need to get that constant built pressure, get those backboard plays, and force Express to be on defense, which in itself is dangerous because Express played back when they had Bango all those months ago.
Well, Express is the one that drove up and scored that goal anyway, so he's been a really aggressive player in this series so far. Game one, it's only one game. There's a best of 7. Big opportunity for Pale Horse to bring it back, and they can actually find out how Jam are playing.
Well, that's it. It does give them the opportunity to study up on Jam from a hands-on perspective, which is a big deal because the two teams that Jam was watching going into this game were Pale Horse and Scylla, who have very similar playstyles. So Jam have been able to strategize for the past hour.
Exactly right. Jam been looking through this series. They've watched Scylla. They've watched BFC. Now they've watched Pale Horse eSports. They are well aware of how this Throwdown Rocket League finals are playing out. Right now they're playing it out for themselves. Express redirects the ball over to the right-hand side. Jules, he has to play this slow. Does he dribble it himself? He goes over the top of it. Doesn't follow through. Shady going to dribble the ball again. Looking for these individual power plays. Getting close.
We did see a missed touch there from Jam. This is Pale Horse's chance to get some pressure building up because they can't afford to play slow because that is when Jam feels confident.
Shady hanging around the midfield. Going to go through the air. Kami takes the ball straight and kind of mechanically outplays Jules to slow the ball down with a dribble, but Jam Gaming, they're continuously getting these shots. They're pushing the ball down, opening up that goal. And Pale Horse, when they're in the defense, they are looking strong, but they're looking under fire.
Yeah, Shady confidently just playing there, knowing that whenever the opportunity arises, he can take the shot himself.
And there's a shot again to roll through. Jules through the air, down we go, and Pale Horse score number 1.
They are turning it right back around. Great aerial pass there, and that's what we need to see more of. Off-the-wall control, the Pale Horse are the gods of.
You saw that play. You saw how well it was executed. That is Pale Horse in their finest. That is a consistency we've been waiting for, and then Jam fire right back off this kickoff.
This is an exciting game, Hysterics. Neither team wanting to give an inch, but if Pale Horse can go with those wall passes, they'll be drawing Monty Connor out of the midfield and opening up those opportunities to score.
Kia jumps up. The ball doesn't go directly to him, but it still stays in Jam Gaming's defensive half. If we look at Monty Connor, he's going to dribble the ball. He takes it himself. He gets a quick demo. The ball's redirected. It's centered up for Jam Gaming, but Kia hits it first. He's the saver. He gets the golden goal, or at least the golden save, whatever you want to call it. Definitely not a goal. No own goals today. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, Jam Gaming Continuing on. They're not stopping. Look at this. The ball is not getting out of this hub. Again off the backboard. The follow through. The clear is missed. Luckily, Pale Horse will still find Kia on the ground.
It was a close moment there. All three members of Jam committing so heavily into the box that they were open to a clear if Pale Horse could just get a bit of possession. These
high passing plays, very dominating of Scylla, usually setting up from Express. Jules saving again. Pale Horse, their defense working out well, but Jam are not done. Express rolling through. It's Shady trying to outplay. Very nicely done. Kami reads it first.
Every single member of Jam has sufficient boost to keep this up for a long time, so they can afford to play it slow and just bleed Pale Horse out.
Struggling with the clear. The passing play goes over to Express. Jam still maintaining control. The goal open. Yes, it is. Express to follow through and 1-1.
This is a tight series, and we are showcasing best talent from both teams. Great pop-up by Express, and then beating out Jules as well. Nice finish.
Not back in time. Jules will let that one go through. And in game number 2, Pale Horse started out so well, and Jam fire right on back.
It is a tight one, and they're both wanting that $2,888, Hysterics.
It is a consistent prize pool. It is a nice prize pool. We like the number 8, as we have said so in the past. Jam Gaming, this is a center ball. It's not good enough. Jam will not find the follow-through. This means that we have a Jam Gaming roster not comfortable with that equalizing goal. They want some more. Overtime is an unreliable fashion. Express, if Jules wasn't there, that was a sure goal.
Just shows you how well Pale Horse have worked on their defense, that Jules can rotate back and fight someone like Express with the time provided.
Jules!
Oh, the dribble is insane!
Jules, that was incredible! Taking it himself. Watch this bad boy one more time.
Just beautiful to watch.
Roll through, stick it out. Pale Horse eSports coming in with the classy goals as they have in the past series. What more do we expect from this roster? 2-1, 145. Jam Gaming don't know what the heck just hit them.
That Jules dribble was phenomenal.
Okay.
Shady just gets one straight on in from the corner. That's old school Shady.
No, that is Kia hitting it around to the corner, setting up for Shady, not getting the ball first and missing it there. Going to equalize. This is the problem. This is the inconsistency. You see these great goals come through from Jules. And then Pale Horse on the defense hit the ball the wrong way or they missed the follow-up. And this happened against the Scylla eSports as well.
Without saying we have seen, they don't have those, as you said, consistency, Hysterics. The moment right there where all three of them were trying to get that touch. Triple commits are definitely not where you need to be.
Shady trying to take it through the air, use the boost sufficiently, trying to hit it up in that top 90. Again, Pale Horse rolling with the ball. Around the air dribbles. No, we're back up here now. Kami will get the demo. Express setting it up for himself. This is close quarter combat from Jam Gaming, but finally Pale Horse setting it up again in front of this goal. Let's go up to Kia. We're back on Shady, hitting the ball around this corner. 2 members commit. We're getting a bit of ball chasing from Pale Horse.
But it's okay. They can afford to do so because they're still maintaining the pressure and they're winning the important 1v1s.
Pale Horse, 45 seconds to work with. Around this center field, you've got to look at who's positioned where, and it's always Kia sitting there, lying in wait. Kami sets it up for him. The ball bounces up on the backboard. The touch, it's not a devo, it's not even a first touch from Pale Horse eSports.
I love the way that Jam Gaming have been running the ball across to each other, almost like a feint to draw out the opposing team.
Shady, he's got a bit of freedom in this corner, probably shouldn't. Pale Horse eSports got to be careful of him. He's positioning around this wing, setting it on up, but the center was there. Shady brings it on back. It's going to bounce off this backboard. Who's there? He finds a demo. Monty Connor slots it.
Demos are so critical, and this is exactly what Monty Connor, the no-fun blanket, does. Help set up the team and can get those shots. This is a man that is terrifying in your opponent's side of the pitch.
10 seconds. Jam Gaming could have just secured game number 2 with that goal. Opens up the series to no one right now. Does Pale Horse have one more play? It's a passing play. It looks pretty good. They have to secure it. Jules off the backboard. No, it was off the corner wall. Jam may have just found an open goal, or at least the ground, as they pick up number 2 in the final.
Well, it's awfully hard to pressure Jam Gaming in those last 10 seconds when both Shady and Express are great goal defenders, and Monty Connor there along for the ride. they felt pretty safe.
Shady going to be looking closer and closer to picking up that Throwdown title. It has been such a good series from him. It has been such a good league play from him as well. Shady sitting into this roster, picking up wonders. I'm looking at 4 shots on goals. Even picked up an assist there as well. Guys fitting in nicely.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about the addition to Shady and their team. They not only when he was added, did it allow Express to move forward because he's quite good on defense. But the whole thing that they picked him up from, remember, as we look back at the season before, he was part of the elusive Shady combo where he had one of the highest shot percentage in the entire league.
Exactly
so when he does come forward, he has the ability to put them away.
Rapid improvement and fits into the roster nicely. As I've said, we've got to look at Pale Horse, however, because they are now 2 games down. They're looking good when they score these goals. The setup's beautiful. Jules, flashy, but that one mistake, it's the same as game 1. One mistake, Jam capitalize. You cannot drop your guard against potentially the best team in Oceania.
Yeah, they're so good at their counterattacks, Hysterics. So as soon as you make a mistake, that's their whole style is built around just waiting there, and then they just slap you down, and they put the goal in.
And we've seen them go against BFC in this way. We've seen them go against other teams in the league this
Except
way.
the other team.
Except the other team, right. Everyone else except. Thank you, Courier. Game 3, Jam Gaming looking mighty strong right now, but Pale Horse, they've had such exceptional plays. We want to see more out of them. Impress the heck out of us, and it would be a surprise, but Jam, consistency is really key.
Well, the big thing is Jam Gaming does have that curse of reverse sweeps, and Monty Connor will not take any of it and chooses to have a goal of his own.
Yeah, he pops the ball up. Look at this. Kami potentially could have left the ball, or Kia could have been back. Not going to question that anymore. Jam Gaming picking up a goal within 15 seconds, and that is a great start to Game 3. There we go again. Courier, did I break you? I think I broke you. I broke you. We're going to equalize. I broke Courier, ladies and gentlemen. Pale Horse coming through. And within 20 seconds, we have 2 goals on the field. 2 goals, 20 seconds. I'm expecting in the next 10, we're going to see the same thing. Pale Horse will equalize there. Jam Gaming trying to drop the ball in as Pale Horse are back onto defense. 2, 3 members are there. Kami looking for the clear, setting up the passing play, but it's bumped out. And Express will get a quick demo.
And Shady has taken the opportunity to move forward off that big clear of his, allowing his teammates to go back, get their boost, so they can do the follow-up when needed.
Okay, so 45 seconds. I was wrong coming through. Jam Gaming, they're equalized by Pale Horse eSports with a very surprising goal, and Shady rolling through. No one in defense.
That is the punish you get when you overcommit to a team as strong as Jam. They're getting straight past that defense, and Jules unable to touch.
Time and time again, Jam Gaming exposing the weaknesses, driving through the line of defense, and this grand final is heating up. There's only a minute has passed, and this has been a very high-scoring game, let alone series coming through.
So we are seeing them take out Shady in the defense, so he can't do any more of those clears to build the pressure back for Jam Gaming. This is what Pale Horse does when they get the big wins against those strong teams. Demos and clears, and they're coming out now.
Express in defense, it's okay for Jam Gaming. They lead by a goal, and Pale Horse aren't able to secure one in just for now. Setting up the unrelentless pursuit. That's right, it's not even relentless, it's unrelentless. Jules over the side, Jules setting it up for him. Close calls.
But the opportunities are coming out. They're getting more possession, they're getting more control, and they're starting to stick it to the Jam players in the 1v1s.
Pale Horse, they're leaving Kami back. There's no setup just now. They're going to push Jules forward. Jam Gaming happy to play time here. But again, there's Kia. The third touch was a close call. And Pale Horse playing around this corner. They're not done just yet. Ball gets cleared, but Kami just lobs it up. There's Jules. He's going to lob it up a second time. Shady for the response. It'll be a light touch. No clear yet. Pale Horse continuing around this corner.
We are seeing Pale Horse starting to get the fine-tuning of their play style. We saw them overcommitting, costing them some goals. We've also seen them going in at the right time, which turns into goals. And they now hit that beautiful point where they're playing just clean.
Jam Gaming setting up off these walls. Very characteristic. An express play is imminent as it goes up to Shady. Follows it through himself. That's Monty Connor who tries to get it in that right upper 90. Yes, it is a phrase. Yes, we're going to use it. Yes, we're going to see a similar play coming through. Jules to pop it in. Nicely done, Pale Horse. will bring the consistency factor right back.
They've finally hit that perfect sweet spot with the right amount of pressure without risking anything. And here we see it with all three of them coming forward, committing and getting a goal.
God damn, Pale Horse. Every time I see one of their goals, I think this is a team who definitely deserves to be in that top bracket. And now, off a kickoff, things are very close. We're going to hit it off the wall, but how is it centered? Responded by Jam Gaming, there's a demolition. It's in their defensive half, and Pale Horse will have to deal with the 2-all for now.
Scary moment. Express and Monty Connor working together in the corner of the pitch has got all three of Pale Horse pulled together to stop in fear.
Shady's hanging back, walking away from Kami, who's just keeping an eye on him for now. Playing a lot around this corner, the ball to bounce back. Monty Connor to slot it in. Defense was out from Pale Horse.
Fears will realize Jam taking advantage of that, punishing them for that level of commitment, and Monty Connor taking that sweet open.
You talk about that level of commitment, that was Kia pushing out, and Jam Gaming, again, they see the highlight, they see the opening. It's like Rain Man, you know? Do the math, there it is. Have you seen Rain Man?
No, 100%. They're like seeing the green lines of the Matrix running down
okay, let's use that one.
Pale Horse's strategy guide.
Someone took the wrong pill. It would be Pale Horse at this stage. There's a shot directly onto goal. It's good that Kia was back in time. Jam Gaming know that Pale Horse cannot afford to let any more goals through. Otherwise, this could be a definite game 3.
And they can't afford to have that.
Kia, no way! Took it the whole field himself.
One-man army hysterics.
Look at it. Put this in the highlight reel, Kia. That definitely deserves to be there. We're 3-all again.
And what a choice of location to put the ball away. In the far bottom right, most people suspect the top, but no, plays it safe and grounds the ball.
1 minute 30. A Pale Horse eSports side that has the surprising factor, which we talked about. A shot onto goal. Kami is there. Jam are not done. They're setting it up. Express, the third person to come through. He tries to make it himself, but he doesn't. And Jam are not done yet. We follow the ball, and Pale Horse finally gets some kind of clear. But up the field, they're going to be okay in defense. Jules will hang back.
We did see them go for that wall play, but they're getting contested so strongly by Monty Connor that they are struggling with that follow-up.
Express to receive the ball, and 3 members back into defense for Pale Horse. Kia goes up and tries to contest. Kami moves out a goal. It's just Jules to take the ball through the smoke. Big demo. That was close. 3-all, 40 seconds. Demolition plays being made left, right, and center here.
Express with that beautiful dribble, only shut down by the demo as well. It just shows you how important it is to take out the pivotal players in their rotations.
Jam Gaming now back into defense. Express looking to make the pass play, but gets challenged. Still has possession of the ball. It hits the corner. It's a great center. Jules luckily still there. Monty Connor reads the ball and brings it back up. Jam not done. Shady to lob to center. Kami does the same thing. Kia tries to position it nicely. Express saves the day. We're not done, baby. There's a demo by Monty Connor. Will it matter? Will it? 1 second. I think not. Overtime is here.
That was a critical demo, stopping Pale Horse's third player from being able to get a touch, allowing them to hold out that defense and run the clock.
Off the bat, Pale Horse eSports have a shot, have a crack. Shady for the defense. We're into overtime for game 3. If Jam pick this up, this could be a 4-0 series. This could be a nice sweep for them. However, Pale Horse are not out of this yet. Kami off the backboard. Kia down to follow it through. They are going monstrosities in this goal square.
And every single one of these attempts from Pale Horse would have been on goal if it wasn't for the defensive Jam. So they cannot miss one of these or they are screwed.
Oh, bring back the consistency or bring back the shot. Close calls again. Express making sure, as Curry would put it, they are not screwed here. 45 seconds have passed, and this is Jam's moment. Monty Connor tries to dunk the ball, but he can't find the follow-up, so Express comes in. They get it past 2, but not the third. Shady commits, and it works out well. Shady's there off the back bar, and that doesn't work out well, but Monty Connor, someone missed the ball! Jules missed the ball, and Pale Horse have lost the third game.
Consistency is what leads them to these wins, and here we see it. Perfect plays from Jam Gaming, taking it out over Pale, giving them that perfect lead.
Sometimes Jam are very hard to read, and that is what we saw. Game 3 goes to Jam Gaming. They are 1 away from taking the Throwdown finals, and all they had to do was take on Pale Horse eSports. A very hard roster, but they are performing exceptionally here today.
Oh, they certainly have. Pale Horse's opportunities and the way they capitalize on them has going so well. But the problem is, this is a game where it's very hard to do unforced errors, and Jam Gaming is not making those errors. Their defense is amazing.
Exactly right. How do you get it past Express? How do you get it through Monty Connor, who hangs around the midfield?
You don't.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Apparently not here. Today, Jam Gaming have shown us that they definitely, deserve to be in that top spot.
That's it. If you look at the shot percentage from both teams, the number of shots coming out of both teams, Pale was significantly higher.
Yep.
But they were unable to land anything because Jam's rotations were so tight and their plays were so crisp.
Season 3 finals, hang in the balance here. Jam Gaming have but one game. But one to take our Throwdown Season 3 Rocket League ANZ Challenge to the next level and secure it, punch themselves forward, and get ready for our Season 4, which leads into RLCS. But let's talk about the final. They get $2,888. They share that amongst 3 players. And coaches, maybe. I don't know. Do they have a coach? We'll find out later. We'll ask Yummy later. Yeah. 3 people, $2,888. This is a good kickstart. This, for someone like Shady as well, who's jumped himself into and performed himself into one of these top teams. In Game 4, they secure this. Shady's definitely going to get the kickstart that he needs.
And kickstart is definitely appropriate as they kick it straight into Pale Horse's side. And they are starting off red, roaring, and hot.
Almost pretty much had a shot. Express is going to lob the ball, following it in. Monty Connor. Close quarters combat once again. Everyone just bumping each other. This is a cluster of all sorts.
Certainly a clown fiesta as Jam Gaming gets the possession back on their side of the pitch.
Express doesn't win that trade. Jules comes on in to follow up. Monty Connor off the wall, bounces it back. Here we go. Pale Horse eSports trying to dunk the ball in. Kami comes around. He can't redirect it, so he positions himself, but loses position again.
And Kia, not thinking that was a safe opportunity to come forward, does rotate back, playing it safe because he sees the punishment Jam can give when they make mistakes.
Jam have brought the ball back. Shady comes around the corner. Pale Horse really getting the biggest of opportunities in game number 4. But here we go. They get the clear. They follow it up. It's Kia. Again, Jam. Defense
is just so good. You're like speechless every time they come forward.
It's just
and it's amazing.
Yeah. Every single time, Jam Gaming have just impressed the heck out of me. I mean, I love the word consistent. I'm going to use it again. I'm going to use it again and again because when you talk about Jam Gaming, you can't not use it. Express setting the ball up. Monty Connor steals it away from landing on top of Pale Horse eSports. No demo there. Express survives. He's running back. That one guy that wants to demo you in solo queue feels bad. Look at that. Great dodge from Express.
Beautiful read as well. Pale Horse, right idea. We need to break up their rotations. Goes for it. Express, 2 steps ahead. Sees it coming. Dodge.
Jam Gaming setting up for another goal. The ball bounces center, but not good enough. Express will be there in defense again. I mean, the guy's got amazing amount of saves. Monty Connor helping out too. Jam Gaming happy to commit to defense right now as the ball will get an indirect pass. There we go. Shot onto goal. Kami's back in time.
And that's just what they need. The big intercepts that are coming out of Pale Horse in the midfield, allowing them to get the pressure before Jam clears.
Close call by Monty Connor there. Kami, who follows it through. It's Jules. He can't take it past 2 people, though. Jam Gaming still controlling it in their defensive half. Would have been a nice touch there from Monty Connor, but alas, we still have control by Jam Gaming. Clear will come back forward, and Pale Horse have an opportunity to send it upfield, but Monty Connor hits it down first. Very, very interesting plays coming through from Jam. They're still maintaining this possession.
And they are keeping it because Pale Horse is doing a little bit of double committing in the midfield, so the pressure is slowly getting to them as they are tested after 3 minutes of unable to reset.
Demo from Shady will halt Pale Horse eSports for now. Ball be centered up by Kami. Look, Kia again. Annoying. He's a pest, Kia, but at least he has some good shots. Express, if he was demoed, that was in. Monty Connor, if he was demoed, that was in. But you have to dismantle the defense from Jam Gaming.
And this is their time to do it. Monty Connor has no boost and none has respawned. So if they have an opportunity, it is now and they need to capitalize.
Jules, don't know what he's doing off the roof, but I guess it worked. He'll rotate back, but the ball goes through the defensive line and Jules is back in the net. Jam Gaming waiting for the clear. That's Express sitting up by the midfield. Bounces forward and he's looking for the setup. The setup goes to Shady. The goal! Close, but a save from Kami as he swipes on through.
And the follow-up is coming through, but Monty Connor denies it, saying this is not over yet until the fat lady sings.
Shady will rotate back, but Jam Gaming, this is their opportunity. This is the first goal of Game 4 to make it a clean sweep. It's a minute, and we've had a very low goal-scoring game. To take out the finals in a clean 4-0 is a big call, and Pale Horse don't want to have that on their plate. So they go for the shot, and Jules expected to get the first goal.
He has showcased so much talent through this series. The shots, the dribbles, and that beautiful up in the air before Shady to finish. 1-0, and this is tight.
And when I said it was a low-scoring game, I mean, I meant it. A minute with one goal. Pale Horse have kicked this one off. Jules coming through again, looking to repeat. Jam Gaming, oh, this is a great pass back. Kia sitting around the midfield. He's not going to commit, nor is Kami. They're going to push themselves and go for the defense instead. Play for time. Demo in front of goal by Express. Meant that Kami's out for a bit. Shady pulls it on back. He changes the direction of the ball. Very hard to do, looking for that demo again. But it will be Jules regaining that possession.
Pale Horse using their passes to build up the pressure, baiting out Express successfully, forcing him into an unopportune situation. This could be the death knells.
Jam Gaming, they read the bounce very well. That was Shady, and Express is still sitting in front of goal. He hits himself off the wall. He's going to follow through, use the boost to drive on down, but one more goal locks in Game 4. Pale Horse have played this exceptionally better, but Jam have just been pursuing the dream of a 1-all, making it a clean 4-0 in the final. It won't happen until Express lets the ball hit the ground. Is it going to happen? I think it will. Pale Horse will pick up a game.
Well, that's exactly their thing. They do the intercepts, and to finish off that timer and dropping the ball, they did. This is the first game. Do you reckon they're going to be reversed?
But one goal, that was all it took. Jam Gaming were not... It's questionable. Questionable career. I think Pale Horse are... I think they're definitely bringing it back, but it was more that Jam Gaming just didn't secure enough pressure on their side.
Well, this was a similar game in that we did see Pale Horse getting more of those shots,
yep,
but they're starting to break through the defense. Even though we saw him come in for Express, even though Express could dodge them, Express eventually got drawn out because he felt like he had to do more for the team.
Yep.
He was feeling the pressure, and then in the end, they couldn't live up to it.
But at the end, Jam Gaming still having a lot of shots.
Yes.
A lot of opportunities. Maybe the defense has tightened as well from Pale Horse.
Yeah, the defense has definitely been tightened. We've seen Kami coming in just at the last second and getting those crucial touches in the air. Similarly with Jules and Kia as well.
Yeah, no, I think Jules has been playing exceptionally well in all the series today.
Oh, his dribbles sick.
Yeah, no. But at the end of the day, I'm still worried what Jam can achieve. It is 3-1. It's a best-of-7 series for those of you at home who haven't listened to me talk about the format. One more game, Jam Gaming take the finals. They're Throwdown Season 3 champions. Pale Horse not going down without a fight. They pick up a game. Let's see what else they can pick up in game number 5 of this best-of-7. Fighting for $2,888, which is what you get when you're in the first place. Still a big prize pool for both of these guys, and they've fought well to get here.
Jam would be pretty nervous going into this as well, because it's not the first time they've been 3 up for the grand finals and not walked away with it.
Korea did mention that. Yep. You went there. I went there for Scylla, though, so that's fair enough. It's a good setup for Jam Gaming, and Shady around this right-hand side will try and clean the ball up. Continuing on, this power play is what Jam Gaming need right now. Monty Connor trying to clean the ball down, waiting for it to bounce. Express comes up, misses the ball. That's a new one. Shady on this left wing. How will Pale Horse eSports respond? Monty Connor keeping up the offense. Shady's there. The ball to roll through. Express has pushed up. This is very aggressive from Jam Gaming. They've sent everyone up here.
And they're unable to break out. Kami struggling as well. Jam Gaming just showcasing the pressure. They are not just a reactive team. They can just put you to the wall.
Ball goes over the top of Kia, but he redirects it. Very good shot. Monty Connor comes in, trying to nail one into the coffin. 1 minute has passed. Are we going to see another low-scoring game? Pale Horse, they liked the way that pace went last game.
I can't believe they held this defense for so long, Hysterics. 1.5 minutes of near straight pressure from Jam Gaming. It shows you how much Pale Horse's defense stepped up.
And look, Shady's stepping it up once again. Monticona going to go for the 1v1, but Kia wins it over the top, waiting for the ball to land. It's Pale Horse eSports on the aggression, but Jules suddenly realized this is a fairy dream. This is a pipe dream, whatever you call it. A fairy tale, that's the one. Into the air. Pale Horse directly trying to nail it down for the old slam dunkerino. Jam Gaming back on defense. This is good for Pale Horse. They're finally going to get an opportunity.
And we have seen with Jules running it past the entire Jam team, all he needs is one chance, and he has the ability to do it.
Shady misses the ball. Express picks up where he left off. Pale Horse have 3 minutes to do this, to take it to 2-3. Bring it on back. The reverse sweep would be a bliss. But Pale Horse have to pick this one up. You got to start building up the hype. Because Jam Gaming are under fire once again. Let's see what Pale Horse can do.
They can do these big off-where
that's what he can do.
And clean it up. Jules showing that one goal is all you need to take out
I think Jam Gaming thought that wasn't going to go in. I think Jam Gaming, Monty kind of bounced up and was like, oh, I might actually just go past. They left it. And by the smallest hair of your chinny chin chin, that flies in. Pale Horse. Great, an epic best of 7 grand final. This is great. This is what happens when they are on point and start building up that aggression. We continue again. Kia waits in goal. Jam starting it up. Monty Connor's there. The backboard, the follow through, the dunk. See you later. It's a basketball grand slam.
That was a classic Jam Gaming play. Setting it up, passes, backboard, finisher, and Express showing off his thing. 1-1.
Tastier than dunking your McNugget in sweet and sour sauce right there. And this game has become sweet, sour, spicy. Feels like the old Szechuan sauce. 2 minutes 30, 1-1. Pale Horse scoring that first goal. They thought it was it. They thought this was their game, but Jam Gaming bring it right back. That demolition, that halts all the aggression. Monty Connor brings it back, and Express is setting it up off the board. Hit it on back. It's centered. It's okay. Shady setting it up for Monty Connor. Jam Gaming are not stopping here.
They are relatively confident going forward, slowly building that pressure in the corner before passing it center and hoping a teammate can clean it up.
Shady's done this so many times before. Monty Connor getting another demo. Express, he's been left the ball. Pops it over the top. Express, are you kidding me? Our champions at play. Player spotlight was dead on for this guy.
That is what you need to finish it off. The outplay, the mechanical skill, that is Express in a nutshell.
And that is Jam Gaming at their peak. 145, Game 5. Could just come to an end right there. We have so much time to play with, but Pale Horse are under fire.
This has been a crazy couple of minutes going forward. There is so much opportunity for Pale Horse to bring this back, but similarly, if Jam just went 5-2, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, it started things out with a kiss, just like this. Jules is into defense. Pale Horse do not know what hit them there. Kia in the center field, looking to hit it on back. Jules waits over by the wing and Pale Horse rotate. It's a great touch from Jules. It means a pass to Kami. Looking for our other champion spotlight coming through. Kami's there, tries to roll it in. The power play coming through from Pale Horse. It's equalized. It's 2-2.
The mechanics, the feints, both teams mind gamesing each other so well. They are neck and neck.
And when Pale Horse do this, they surprise the heck out of us. When they coordinate, when they communicate, when they're consistent. This is what happens.
How do you have so many mixing ups in your roster and then have coordination like this against Jam?
I think you just find your epic moments just like this. It hits the backboard. Ready for the center. Monty Connor. He's not going to get challenged. Oh, yes, he is. Sorry, it's Kia. There. The ball. Open net. It rolls over the top. Pale Horse eSports have 45 seconds. Otherwise, we go to overtime. And my voice might just break.
But Pale Horse doesn't care about your voice hysterics. They're going to keep the pressure coming. With 35 seconds left, they don't want overtime. They want 3-2 their way.
Playing the aerial. Pale Horse let it drop. Jam Gaming following up with a pass by Monty Connor. Misses. But it's a bait. And Shady capitalized so well.
One goal for each player on their team. That is how they mix it up. And that is how it needs to be done.
They thought the pass was coming through. They thought it was going to be touchdown, and Shady goes right through the center. 25 seconds. Jam Gaming with that goal could have secured it.
Scary moments. 20 seconds left, but they do have time to regroup once more.
But Jam Gaming keeping it down the side of the field. They're going to deny everything from Pale Horse. The clear, not big enough. 10 seconds remaining. What can Pale Horse do here? Kia around the side. Your last moment. The grand final. It lies in wait. The ball simply has to hit the ground. It flies back. It's going to hit the backboard. And look at this to finish it off. Jam Gaming, your Season 3 champion for Rocket League, for Throwdown, for Maccas.
4-2 feels good. They've finally done it, Jake. Jam are a Throwdown champion.
And Jam Gaming have performed in this series. Pale Horse pick up a game, but they have been exceptional throughout. And congratulations to Pale Horse for making it this far, for coming in fresh this split, or should I say fresh in this tournament. Kia, Jules, Kami, exceptional play, but you cannot overlook Express, Shady, Monty Connor. And with that, Yummy Cheese Man, we have our champions.
Jam Gaming are back in form.
Hell yeah.
We've seen them the entire season being there on top. And now they've finally taken a championship. They've been second every single other time in the Cinderella story. They come through and finally bring back their old form.
Congratulations, guys. That is fantastic play across the board.
But Jam coming through, let's talk about that game quickly, because it was an exceptional development, I think, through the series, especially by Jam. They got better and better with each game.
And it was close the entire time.
Yeah.
Every single game went down to one single goal, except for that last one, a 0-second goal as Pale Horse had to commit.
Yeah.
But it really goes to show just the smallest details can make all the difference. Just the smallest mistakes from Pale Horse, or in Jam's case, just being that much more clean, made the entire difference. Even just a single goal could have changed the course of the entire match.
Well, that's a big thing. Everything came down to split-second decision-making, and just tiny little inconsistencies made all the difference.
But you can see how close our teams are, right? This is really good for the Oceanic scene, because a team like Pale Horse have shown us that these guys, you know, going to the international stage is going to be different. Obviously, they've got next season to prove that they can actually get to this level again. But if you're Pale Horse eSports, if you're Jam Gaming, you know, right now you're looking at each other and saying, these guys are a match. And the fact that it was that close going against Jam Gaming, I'm very impressed with Pale Horse.
If Pale Horse clean it up just a little bit, then going into Season 4, going in towards RLCS, that could mean that they're easily a contender to go international.
Well, the big thing, right, is they're so new. Jam has been around. They're like the longest current team in the entire OCE scene. But then Pale Horse, they're incredibly new. Their roster is fresh.
Yeah.
So they haven't had the time to perfectly get all the little grooves out of their playstyle. So when we go back for Season 4, they could be top.
And I'm excited about it, because Season 3, yes, it was the championship, but this is a war. This is a moment. And I mean, this isn't the end of our Rocket League action as well, Cheese Man. We got so much more.
There's so much more action. Before we do talk about the future, we do have to talk about the MVP of Season 3, not only of the finals, across the entire season. I'm pretty sure you'll know who it's going to be, but the MVP is, of course, Express. He just came through, and he was great across all aspects of the pitch. Very beginning of the series, scored all the goals.
I agree.
Just
100% agree.
Aggressive. And then as soon as things changed up, as soon as Pale Horse became a bit cleaner, he changed his role. He was then staying back. He got 6 saves in one game, a record in this season.
Yeah, he probably set the record last season, knowing Express.
Yeah, I mean, he actually, I don't know if it's a record across all seasons, but it's at least a tie of the record.
But he definitely deserves MVP. In that last series alone, I saw the best of Express. He was our champion to play Player Spotlight. And then he performed in that series. And my God, he was the savior. He was the setter up. He scored a couple of goals.
He's just not making mistakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's every single touch he's making has been clean. It's been efficient, and it fits well with the Jam play style, where they're never overcommitting. They sometimes give up opportunities in order to make sure all of their touches are as clean as possible, and it's very difficult to beat.
Well, that's a big thing. We do have a lot of excellent mechanical players in OCE, But the thing that really sets Express apart is he plays smart with skill. He knows where to be, and he doesn't come forward unnecessarily. And you see that when he can play defense so well, and then move up to the front and be one of the best shooters in the league.
Now, if you wanted to be someone like Express, if you wanted to build yourself up, starting as an amateur in Rocket League, what can we do? How are we going to build people up to the level of our boy Express?
We have 2 tournaments open at Throwdown. Obviously, we've talked about it before, but Season 4 signups are open. Head on over to ThrowdownTV.gg and have the opportunity of a lifetime, the chance to qualify for the RLCS World Championship. But if you're new, or anyone else who's not participating in the top leagues, we also want to make sure that everybody has a chance to come and play, to find out what competitive Rocket League is. It doesn't matter what your skill level is for both competitions, but this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. AEST is the Throwdown Rocket League Community Night. It's 3 hours. You don't even have to play the entire time. You can sign up as a team. You can sign up by yourself. Just come, have fun. There's some prizes to give away, but it's just going to be a great night of competition.
Exactly right. You get involved with Throwdown, and you get involved with the Rocket League Oceanic community. And that means that's all we have time for. Guys, thank you so much for joining me, as always. This is Corey Lord. This is Yummy Cheeseman as well.
We'll see you for months.
We'll be back. Of course, we will be back when we start out our Season 4, when we start the road for Oceania to RLCS once again. It's going to be intense, and we look forward to seeing you at home right back here in less than a month's time. We'll see how we go.
August 27th.
Less than a month's time.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. I counted
math.
for once. I did count for once. Thank you so much for being with us here. Thank you so much to Maccas and, of course, to Showdown as well. We'll be back with you next month. See you later, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all for now.